Hey everybody, if you're watching this video, you should already know that plantar fasciitis is an inflammation of the plantar fascia tendon. It's a wide band that starts at the back of your heel, runs up to around in here somewhere, and then splits off into separate bands that go to each of your toes. Plantar fasciitis is inflammation in that tendon right in the back of your heel where it starts. Mine's in my left foot. I had it for over a year before I finally got it to go away. So I'm just going to walk you through the treatment that I used starting when I got off work. Take a shower right away because of the coronavirus. But anyways, I plopped down on the couch, and while I was watching TV or even searching the internet and stuff, I would just start out with my ice water bottle. But you fill it with water 3/4 of the way full. You put it in the fridge and let it freeze with the cap off, because if you know your chemistry, ice expands, it'll pop the bottle, split the plastic, yada yada. As you can see, mine's on top of my wife's Jax's blanket because you're supposed to use a towel, but I like to rub my foot up and down his face every night after work because I think my wife secretly has a crush on him, so it makes me feel better about the whole situation. Anyways, you put the ice water bottle, frozen of course, underneath your foot, right in that painful area of inflammation, and you just want to slowly roll it back and forth, put a little pressure on your foot, and you can really feel that coolness working on that inflamed area. Just keep rolling it back and forth. The main gist of this is to try to get it to stay stretched out, maybe even stretch out a little bit more after work. And the cold reduces the inflammation and gets the inflammation to go down while stretching it out. And that's the key to get rid of plantar fasciitis, is to get rid of that inflammation while you keep the actual tendon stretched out. And just do it for 10 to 15 minutes. You can do it several times a day. I just do it a couple times after work each night because it was just part of my full regimen of treatment. And I'll be moving on after this to show you some other stuff. Well, that's pretty much the main gist of it. 10 to 15 minutes each night. And you're supposed to use a straight, stiff chair like a kitchen table chair. I did it on the couch and just leaned forward. But you should use like a straight chair, I guess. But that's the main gist of that one. Okay, so next, after I was done with the ice bottle after work, I would put on this pad, because technically, even if you don't have plantar fasciitis, some people say you're not supposed to walk around your house barefoot. You're supposed to have some kind of a stable shoe. You're not even supposed to walk around in flip-flops. I didn't really listen to that. I like to walk around my house barefoot after work. So I found this plantar fasciitis pad online. It's pretty self-explanatory how it goes on. And it's designed, I usually kept mine towards the middle of my foot just to keep that inflamed area up off the ground when I was walking around the house a little bit. I don't really have to walk around that much anyways. As you can see, it's a pretty puffy pad. So it's just, obviously it's thick and cushiony. You don't want to put it right under the inflamed area. You want to put it just past it on your heel to just try to keep that heel up and off the ground. And that's pretty much it for that one. Okay, so after walking around on my little foot pad, after icing my foot, when I was ready to go to bed every night, I would use what's called a plantar fasciitis night splint or brace, whatever you want to call it. But it's pretty obvious what it does. It just braces your foot in a certain position. It actually pulls up on it so that it keeps that plantar fascia tendon stretched out at night, because like I said, the key is to get it to stretch out and get the inflammation down at the same time. Most people just feel plantar fasciitis in the morning because you wake up and that tendon's all stiffened up and more inflamed and you step down on it. If you use this night splint, you might not even feel it in the morning. I didn't hardly feel mine. So it can be a deceiving problem. It's hard to get it to go away completely. It took me over a year because I was just being stubborn. But anyways, I did use this nice splint or brace, and I did notice that after I used it the first night, I couldn't really feel it very much, if at all, the next morning when I woke up. And this is the Ace brand. There's other brands out there that are more expensive. I actually got this at Walgreens. There's plenty of options on Amazon.com. I like Amazon because of the customer reviews. You can really dig in and read some of those. And you just kind of stick your foot down here in the bottom part first, and it's got adjustments to tighten it with Velcro. And like I said, it comes with the instructions. Once you get your foot in the bottom of it, there's another adjustment up here that you stick through that little slot, wrap it around your leg. You can make it tighter or looser. So that's pretty much the main gist of that. It's a plantar fasciitis night splint or brace. And then when I woke up in the morning, I will show you what I did then. Okay, so when I woke up in the morning, when I was getting ready to put my work shoes on, the first thing I put on were my Plantar Fasciitis compression socks. These ones actually don't have any toes. They're the Neo G brand. There's several options online. If you flip it over and look at the heel, this is the main gist of it. It's got compression in the first place to brace your whole joint there to keep the pressure off your plantar fascia tendon. There's also this little pad shaped like this. It's actually hollow in the center. There's no pad in here. And the design is based to go around the outside of your heel and try to keep the pressure off the inflammation of the plantar fascia tendon. It's just trying to keep most of the pressure off the inside of your heel and just keep it towards the outside of your heel. And besides that, this band is really spongy pad to also help relieve the pressure on the plantar fascia tendon. So I actually had one for each foot that I put on. It was just easier to show you this way. It's pretty obvious how it goes on, and then once you get it on, you might have to adjust this pad to try to put it in the proper position on your heel. And it's just another tool to use to keep the pressure off your plantar fascia tendon. I would always put this first, and then you put socks on over those. I've actually got my work socks on right now. They're Dickies, but they're actually the non-wicking socks. They're a little bit thick, and non-wicking keeps your feet from sweating, so it just keeps your feet more comfortable during the day. So between those and these, mine was already pretty comfortable, but even after that, I got some Dr. Scholl's inserts, which those are laying here on the ground right beside here. They're actually Dr. Scholl's Plantar Fasciitis insoles, or inserts that I bought. I used a couple different brands, actually 3 different brands, before I realized the Dr. Scholl's ones were the best design ones. They have thicker padding, and they're just overall designed better. You can see right there if I zoom in, the Dr. Scholl's insert, it actually tells you whether it goes on the right or left foot. And there's different numbers here at the top, depending on your shoe size. It already has lines for you to cut with scissors. I wear 9.5, so I just cut in between the 9 and the 10. And these are plantar fasciitis inserts you can get at Walmart or Walgreens or a department store. They're specifically designed for plantar fasciitis. Also, I just like the Dr. Scholl's one's the best for the price, and the inserts I went through, these were definitely the most comfortable. And this is another option for you. I actually put them in my shoes and wore these compression socks, so it was just really, really comfortable. But even despite all that, I had to go to the foot doctor, which is called a podiatrist, because I have a job in food service delivery. It was just putting way too much strain on my feet. I went to the podiatrist, and he took some x-rays of my foot, and he knew right away I had plantar fasciitis. It's a very common problem. Over 3 million people in the US get it each year. After he identified I had plantar fasciitis, they have this machine that takes a quick scan of your foot, because it's not the 90s anymore, it's 2020, and technology's grand. It was really extremely quick, very easy problem to deal with. He sent the scans in and got these custom orthotic inserts is what they're called, designed especially for your foot and especially for plantar fasciitis. I ordered the full insert, so I don't know why they sent me these ones, but they're very comfortable anyways, and I think they might work better. I'm not sure. She said some people wear these without, they just take the insoles out of their shoes. As you can see inside my work shoe, there's no insole in there. I tried it without insoles, but I didn't really like it, especially in the winter time. I just like having that extra padding. So what I did is I just kind of laid my custom orthotic insert over my insert in my work boot and just got some scissors and cut along that line. As you can see here, I know it looks weird, but it actually works really good. And then I just take that and stick it all the way inside my shoe, all the way towards the end. And then if you cut it like that, the edges meet anyways. And then I just stick that down in there. And after I got these custom orthotic inserts, I did not use the compression socks or the Dr. Scholl's inserts anymore. I just put that in there and keep wearing the wicking socks to keep my feet dry, and just extremely comfortable. It took a couple months. I still do the ice water bottle treatment at the beginning of this video, and it's gone. The doctor told me just wear these inserts and keep using the ice water bottle, and it'll go away. And sure enough, it did. So if this is you, just quit messing around, go to the podiatrist, foot doctor. The whole meeting, x-rays, scan, and the inserts were all covered by my medical insurance. And if not, it's worth it when you have a medical problem like this to just use a credit card, whatever you have to do, just go get it taken care of and get rid of it. Thanks.